Well, hello and welcome back to the TAO Manifesting Tarot, the weekend edition. It is known as the TAO Trifecta. It too is an audio version aimed at helping you to manifest better. And so, what we're doing is taking a look at the energies for the week ahead. What I consider to be the three main energies: health, wealth, and happiness. Pretty important stuff. So let's see what the energies are like. We're getting ready. We're in the last week of the Mercury retrograde. Pluto has now gone retrograde. We just had, I think, a full moon eclipse. I think another one is coming up. Nevertheless, the point is that this is a very energetic time. So let's take a look at the energies for health, wealth, and happiness coming up in the week ahead. You got the picture on the screen. That's what's going to stay there. Let's see what we got with the story. We start on the very left side, the big card, the oracle card, and we go up top to clarify. So the oracle card for health is clean it up. Okay, well, in the northern hemisphere, this is springtime for sure. Spring cleaning, all that sort of stuff. But this is a little bit more profound, a little bit more impactful than just spring cleaning. Although spring cleaning or organizing or cleaning is also very therapeutic, really works kind of nicely, but this is a little bit deeper. And how I know is the number on the left side of the oracle card is 21. 2 and 1 are 3. 3 for me, in terms of looking at your manifesting ability, always deals with mind, body, spirit. That's the human trinity: mind, body, spirit. So cleaning up would mean maybe realigning, reorganizing. Let's take a look at the card up top, right above it. That's the clarifier, and it's the Hanged Man. Now, by definition, the Hanged Man is getting a different perspective, a new perspective. That's why he's hanging upside down. Of course, for people who ever stood on their head before, you realize that a lot of blood rushes to your head, and that does invigorate thinking, or it does appear or feel like it does something very beneficial. So here we're talking about cleaning it up, mind, body, spirit, and the Hanged Man, letting go, a new perspective. How about vulnerability? Because when you are used to seeing something a certain way all the time, there's a kind of comfort level in it. It could hurt you. It could make you feel bad. But you're used to it. And so changing your perspective, as you would in the case of a Hanged Man situation, is even more uncomfortable. Because you're not used to that perspective. We are creatures of habit, unfortunately. And so when we get used to something, we want to keep it that way, even though it may end up hurting us. So for me, the cleanup energy for health this week is for your overall wellness. Kind of recalibrate, I guess, your mind, body, spirit. You will know what that means to you. For some, it could be intense. For other people, not so much. But I would say this would be a great time for meditation. You know, maybe if you live near a park, or walk in the park. You live near a lake or mountains or whatever. Just get out in nature. And if you happen to be in an urban environment, just get out. Just get out. Get in the fresher air, if not fresh. Get into the filtered sunshine because of all the chemtrails put up. Nevertheless, get out. Get out of yourself. That will help you balance mind, body, spirit, and will promote your health. But it's going to take looking at it from a different angle. That's where the discomfort may come in. We go to the middle card. This is wealth. And again, do not, you should know this if you've taken a look at my tarot readings, do not consider wealth money. Money is a barter thing. Money steals a lot of your life, steals a lot of your ambition, steals a lot of your soul. It is a tool the rich use to control us. Money doesn't buy health. We all die. So you can't argue that. Number two, money doesn't buy happiness or love or friendship or honesty or there's a whole long list of things that money don't buy, and yet we pay so much attention to money because we have been programmed. Very often we are prisoners in a prison with no doors. We call it life. But the fact of the matter is you're limited. We're very, very limited. So do not think of wealth as strictly money. Think of wealth as the things I talked about. Health, happiness, love, friendship. Important stuff. So in regards to your wealth, there's chaos and conflict, and it may very likely be what we were just talking about in the first card. Clean it up, mind, body, spirit, this whole idea of kind of a rearranging of your inner self, recalibrating. That's where the conflict and chaos may stand. Because inside, you're feeling something very, very different than what you're seeing on the outside. You take a look at the world. This is a very disturbing time. There is positive potential, but boy, it is slim. It is slight because of the human condition of greed, selfishness, fear, hatred. It looks like we have to climb through a pretty tight window. And so what you are experiencing or seeing in the world today, what you're feeling inside yourself, there's a chaos and conflict there. You know it doesn't work the way things are arranged, but you may not be confident or sure enough to step forward with what your intuition, what your gut is telling you. Hence the chaos and conflict. So what is it going to do? The card up top, King of Swords. King of Swords. Ethical, diplomatic, intellectual, analytical, unbiased. You cannot expect that from the world, certainly not now, but you can demand it from yourself. And this is where that hangman energy came in, looking at the world, looking at your world, your inner world, and from a different point of view. You may need to use the King of Swords to be analytical, to be unbiased. Okay? Use your ethics. That's what's going to be critical. That's what's going to be tough. And that is exactly where the chaos and conflict is coming from. Your ethics and the ethics of the world don't match. That's your wealth. If you can clean up your inner side, health, wealth, happiness will come to you. So we begin with the idea of changing your vision with the hangman so that you can bring together mind, body, spirit. That will help you to reevaluate what is important to you and why. That will help with your wealth. And we move on to the third and final card, happiness. And the oracle card here is Yang. Yang. Well, yin yang, as many people refer to those two ideas. Yin is feminine, soft, passive. Yang is very forceful, kind of a Mars quality to it, aggressive. That is sort of what's called for, but it doesn't necessarily have to be an outward demonstration. The yang energy can be turned inward. In other words, you are taking care of business from your perspective inside of you. You're combining the mind, body, spirit. You are thinking clearly, analytically. And you are stopping according to a top card. And this is where the yang energy comes from. The Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, no matter how you see it depicted, usually has a knight or something like that with 10 swords sticking him. The guy is dead. He's been lied to. He's been betrayed. He's been let down. He feels stabbed in the back. It's the thoughts of others, but it's the thoughts that he's used to live his life by. So ultimately, they were their thoughts, but not his value system, not his wealth, because your value system is your real wealth. And because he listened to them and undervalued his importance as a human being, he's paid what it looks like the ultimate price. He's not dead, but that kind of thinking where you devalue yourself, you do not respect yourself, you do not honor yourself, that has to come to an end. And you have to be actively involved. That's the Yang energy. Actively involved. This is not a passive situation. This is a week, and maybe not this week. This is where you come to the conclusions. And as we get out of the Mercury retrograde, you begin to really clean it up. And that's about a week away. But the message this week, combining all the energies, is very clear. You got to clean up your mind, body, spirit. You get a different point of view. You correct or reintegrate your own personal values. Get rid of the conflict and the chaos in your life, because there is that kind of craziness going on inside you. And stop the negative thinking. Don't believe what they're telling you. Be actively involved in finding the truth for you. The stuff that resonates. The stuff that will allow you to clean it up. End the chaos and conflict. And come to a much more positive self-image and a much more productive, plugged-in life. That's what you want. And a life where you are a participator, not a spectator, but a participator, is true wealth. Ooh, I love the three energies. They all combine, fit very nicely in the week ahead. I wish you the best of luck. Tomorrow we'll go back to our usual Manifested Tarot reading. Between now and then, of course, I hope we have a chance to get together. But between now and the next time we do manifest together, peace and blessings. And be inspired today.